Hi everyone, welcome back to Indiana's English Lounge. This time I'd like to give detailed explanations about two expressions that look almost the same but are actually very, very different. I'll be talking about the adjective used to and the semi-modal verb used to. They sound the same, but they're different. Let's start with the adjective used to. The adjective used to means familiar with, comfortable with, accepting of. If you are used to something, you find it normal, expected, routine. If you're not used to something, you find it strange, new, maybe difficult. Let's look at an example and break down the parts of speech. I am used to waking up early. I, subject. Am, verb. Used to, adjective. To is a preposition, but we're always going to think of used to as one adjective, okay? Waking up is the noun form, the gerund of the phrasal verb wake up. It's the ing form of the verb. And then we have early, an adverb. This sentence means that I am comfortable with waking up early. I think it's normal. I often do it. It's routine. Since I often wake up early, it's not a big deal. It's not difficult. I'm used to it. Here's another example. Have you gotten used to your new job yet? This question means, are you comfortable with your new job yet? Does it feel normal now? Do you feel comfortable with your tasks and your new coworkers? So as you can see in these two examples, the adjective used to follows a noun with a verb like be, get, or become. It's subject, verb, be, get, become, and adjective used to. In this way, we can use it with the same pattern as other adjectives, like this example. She is good at tennis. He became excellent at cooking. Please remember, the adjective used to has to be followed by something, either a noun or the gerund of a verb, the ing form. You cannot say, he is used to, and end the sentence there. This is not complete. You must connect used to with a noun or a gerund. Otherwise, it wouldn't be clear. What is he used to? You have to include the what, the situation. It's the same as saying, I'm good at. Okay, I'm good at what? Cooking? Tennis? You have to complete the sentence. It doesn't really work unless you add that information. For this same reason, unlike other adjectives, we cannot put used to in front of a noun like we can with black cat or friendly teacher. We cannot say the used to businessman is chatting with his coworkers, or the used to doctor is finally on vacation. This is because we need to know what the doctor and businessman are used to. So for these sentences, you could use a relative pronoun and explain them like this. The businessman who is used to his new job is chatting with his coworkers. The doctor who is used to working 12 hours a day is finally on vacation. Here are just a few more examples of the adjective used to. The dog is used to sleeping in my bed. I'm not used to driving yet. We have gotten used to life with our new baby. Okay, let's talk about the other used to. This one is kind of like a modal verb. So that's why we're going to call it a semi-modal verb. This means you usually add it in front of another verb to add some extra information. The semi-modal verb used to means that you did something in the past. You did something before, previously, but you do not do it anymore. Therefore, we can only use this verb to talk about the past. We cannot use it to talk about the future or right now. Let's look at an example and its parts of speech. I used to play video games until 2 a.m. every night. I, subject, used to, semi-modal verb. Play, base form of the verb, or the infinitive without to. Video games, object. Until, preposition. 2 a.m., time. Every night, adverb. This sentence means, in the past, I had this habit. I played video games every night until really late. But I do not have this habit anymore. Maybe these days I'm reading until 2 a.m. Or maybe I'm going to bed early. But in any case, I am not doing this anymore. Here's another example. Writers used to use typewriters. This means in the past, writers used typewriters to write things, but they don't do it anymore. Now we have computers, laptops, keyboards to write with. Okay, now let me show you one more. Which university did you used to attend? Hold on. Where's the D in used? Used to always ends in a D unless it's being used in the negative form or the question form. Let's look at an example with the negative. I didn't used to drink bubble tea, but now I love it. In the past, I did not drink bubble tea, but now I think it's great and I drink it. Two expressions that look really, really similar, right? So besides context, here are two ways that you can tell the difference between these two. Rule 1. The adjective used to is followed by nouns or the gerund, ing form of a verb. I am used to eating vegetables. The semi-modal verb used to is followed by a verb in its base form, or the infinitive without to. So, I used to eat vegetables. Let's look at these 4 sentences. I used to jog every day. I used to jogging every day. I am used to jogging every day. I am used to jog every day. I used to jog every day means in the past, I jogged every day. I cannot say I used to jogging every day because the semi-modal verb used to, meaning a past habit, something I did before, has to be followed by the base form of the verb, in this case, jog. I am used to jogging every day means that I'm comfortable jogging daily. I do it, it's my routine, I'm okay with it. I cannot say I am used to jog every day because the adjective used to has to be followed by a noun or the gerund, ing form of a verb. Let's also look at these 4 sentences. My cat used to be lazy. My cat used to being lazy. My cat is used to being lazy. My cat is used to be lazy. Here, the verb we're dealing with is be. It's the same rule for be. It's the same rule for any verb. My cat used to be lazy means that in the past, he was lazy, but now he's not. For some reason, he's energetic and full of life. I cannot say, my cat used to being lazy, because the semi-modal verb used to, talking about past habits, things you did in the past but not now, this must be followed by the base form of the verb. And in this case that's be. On the other hand, my cat is used to being lazy means that his routine is lying around and sleeping. He's comfortable with doing nothing. But I cannot say my cat is used to be lazy because the adjective used to has to be followed by the ing form of a verb or a noun. So in this case, I have to say being. My cat is used to being lazy. Rule 2 to tell the difference. To use the adjective used to describe something, you have to connect it to the subject with a verb like be, get, or become. The semi-modal verb used to, meaning something you did in the past, this never follows a verb like be, get, or become, or any other verb. You will see verbs come after this semi-modal used to, but not before. Verbs do not come before the semi-modal verb used to. Let's look at these 2 sentences. I used to jog every day. I was used to jog every day. The semi-modal verb used to does not come after a verb like to be. You don't need to make it past tense by adding was or were. It's already talking about the past. You don't need to do that. So that is incorrect. I cannot say I was used to jog every day. Let's also look at these 2 sentences. My cat used to be lazy. My cat was used to be lazy. Again, the semi-modal verb used to, meaning a thing that I did in the past, this cannot follow a verb. This should not come after was or were. You do not need to put those there. So this is incorrect. I cannot say my cat was used to be lazy. Okay, let's review with a short quiz. Question 1. What does this sentence mean? She used to play tennis every weekend. B. She previously played tennis every weekend, earlier in life, but not anymore. In this sentence, this used to is the semi-modal verb talking about the past habit somebody had. You can tell because it comes immediately after the subject she There's no verb in between she and used to. And used to is followed by the base form of the verb, play. Question 2. What is another way you can say, I am comfortable living in the city? I am used to living in the city. You can tell it's option C, the adjective used to, meaning comfortable with. You think it's normal. You can tell it's this answer because it is coming after a verb like be, I am used to, in this case, and it is followed by a verb in its ing form, the gerund. I am used to living in the city. Question 3. Fill in the blank. My parents used to a chocolate cake for my birthday every year. My parents used to bake a chocolate cake for my birthday every year. You can tell that it's option A because this is the semi-modal verb used to, meaning a habit from the past. Used to is not preceded by a verb like was or get. There's no verb between this used to and the subject. Also, the verb that comes after used to has to be in the base form. So in this case, that's bake. One last thing. Please be careful of your pronunciation with both of these expressions. I'm using a hissing S sound, used to. I am not using a Z sound, like in the word to use, not a Z sound. Listen to how I'm pronouncing the S in these sentences. I am used to waking up early. I used to play video games until 2 a.m. every night. I didn't used to drink bubble tea, but now I love it. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I have just a little more practice if you'd like. You can write answers to the following questions and post them in the comments for some corrections. Question 1. What did you used to do after school when you were in high school? Question 2. Are you used to waking up early? Question 3. What kind of music did you used to like when you were a teenager? Question 4. How long did it take you to get used to your current job? Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more English learning content. See you next time.